Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Thanks for joining. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you for responding with yes. Let me welcome the participants first. Then we'll talk about a dual attack on TPLF and Fano by the Ethiopian security forces. We'll have a look at what Amhara leaders are saying. What is Fano's capability? How is Fano trying to regain its momentum? Will it be able or not? All that in this live chat. Let me welcome the participants first. The first viewer who wrote this comment uh, wrote it in Hebrew, if I'm not wrong. I mean, his name is in Hebrew, and he's saying first. Am I right? Is it Hebrew? Second one is Yakub. Welcome, Yakub. DSG here. Jeet Microwave. Tamaskan Dinka. Ehsan Siddiqui. Ehsan, your name is like that of Pakistanis or Indians. Where are you based? Are you Ethiopian? Isfaldat Hapte. Elijah Kano. University Abreha is the first member who joined. Welcome, University Abreha. We have around 40 plus members. You can click the membership tab after opening My Views and News page. That will take you to membership page, and there you can choose to be a member. There are 3 tiers for members. You can choose the tier which you like. Eritrea join. Bilal Asaya here. Sorasa Handera joined after some time. How are you, Sorasa? I did not see you recently in live chats. Simon Tesfayer, Siraj, Fair join. Yeah, name is in Hebrew. Pajit is confirming. Ehsan is from India, so my guess was correct. Goitom Berhe, thank you for confirming it's Hebrew. We have Ali Raya. Welcome, Ali Raya. Armin Hagos, Uncover the Hide. Join to says, hello, Sajid. How are you, Uncover the Hide? We have Bishko Agono. He says if Abiy tried to wage war against Tigray, he will be toppled by TDF this time. We have a name in Tigrinya or Amharic. He says, hello, Sajid. I cannot read the name. T and O joined. Welcome, T and O. T is also a member. Special welcome, brother. Well, someone was saying that if Abiy strikes Tigray, TDF is going to overthrow Abiy. Okay, I'll speak a little about it a little later. By the way, in 2 videos which I did today, I said there is lurking calm in the Amhara region. I don't see it as peace, by the way, because what I am learning from the region and from Addis Ababa, we are going to see something which is being planned. This lurking calm should not be taken as if there is going to be peace in North Wollo, South Wollo, other parts of the Amhara region. Government is planning and government is going to implement its plan. I think in the next few days. Hintsa is the name in Tigrinya. East Afro dude joined. Welcome, East Africa dude. Amano joined. Welcome, Amano. Long time no see. How are you? Ismail Idle joined. Ramesh Gandinka says Tigray can make difference only if it makes alliance with EPLF Shabia. Well, alliance is wider than that, I think. It's not just TPLF Eritrea alliance. It's more than that. Partners are more than two. Ehsan says, I want to talk with you. Ehsan, you can contact me. Uh, you can send me a Gmail to my Gmail account. Sajid 672000. Sajid 672000 is my Gmail address. You can contact me anytime. Maxi here, Hilom Acidor. Valid question by Maxi says, why Eritrea? Yeah, I think we need to analyze this question. Goitam Heles Selassie says, I always enjoy your videos and updates. Thank you, Goitam. Nigusi Abaraya joined. Siraj here. DSG. Dibbo joined after some time. Yeah, Ehsan will start our engagement through exchange of mails. And yes, we can talk on phone too. Interesting. Biniam Alimayeho joined after a few days. How are you, Biniam? Biniam says, Sajid, have you considered steering away from reporting what's going on in Amhara? You don't want to be in the middle of something that is shaping to be religious in nature. Well, Biniam, my job is to ensure correct reporting. I don't think there is religious war in Amhara, but different propagandas and narratives are being shaped. So, in such a critical time, my job is to speak the truth. I think perhaps there is uh, there is need of such reporting in Amhara more than ever now because so many conflicting and dangerous propagandas are being spread. Shumit Kifalio joined, Kinadit Garbo here, Michael Burkita, Mehari joined. Welcome, Mehari. How are you, brother? Obsat Ferry says, I saw a TB2 in a Sosa airport recently. I wonder why it's stationed there. Well, Obsa, not hard to understand. Amhara region is not safe for deployment of drones and drone stations because anytime Fano fighters can storm airports and they can destroy these drones, they can damage drone stations. So it's safe to base these drones and drone stations in neighboring regions. So Afar and BG are two main regional states where drone stations can be established. And from there, drone strikes can be conducted on Fano fighters in the Amhara region. So the presence of TB2s in Benishangal Gumas makes sense. Asosa is in Benishangal Gumas. Secondly, I think these drones are involved in conducting reconnaissance work too, because in Asosa, dam is situated. It's a grand Ethiopian Renaissance dam. And Ethiopian drones are monitoring the activity around the dam 24 hours a day. And for that, they need drones. That is why I think presence of TV2s in a Sosa, Benishangal Gumbaz shouldn't be surprising for anyone, I think. But now here, Gabre Hadgo says, fair and impartial reporting. Thank you, uh, Gabre. Ethio Channel 21 joined. Samuel Falek here. Welcome, Samuel. Hayama joined. Welcome, Hayama. Let's start, viewers. Sammy B here. Let's start, viewers. Let me first explain what two Amhara politicians said in the last few days, and then we'll talk about Ethiopian military's dual attack on Tigray, on TPLF, and Fano. Firstly, Temesgen Terone, Ethiopian deputy prime minister, delivered a speech in Bahirdar yesterday. Temesgen Terone clearly said that TPLF, he said Vujane, TPLF is interfering in the Amhara region. TPLF means Tigray military. Both are the same. Tigray military and TPLF. He said these TPLF people are supporting Fano fighters and they're trying to destroy the Amhara region. Damascus Tirone said that extremists, bandas, he said, traitors, can make peace. If they don't make peace, they will be destroyed. So, very naked threat by Damascus Tirone to Fano fighters. And a very direct accusation by Damascus Tirone that TPLF is involved in the Amhara region in support of Fano. By the way, from day one, I've been saying when Fano launched operation in Wollo that it's not just Wollo Fano's work, TPLF, Fano, Erati are on board. Gradually, things are coming out. Damascus Tirone, we know, is from the Amhara region. He's an Amhara politician. He is from Gojam, if I'm not wrong. Firstly. Secondly, Damascus Tirone gave a hint that in new security operations in the Amhara region, I will contact you, Isan. I will reply you. I will reply soon. Damascus Tirone said that he implied that now police will have to take the lead in the fight against Fano fighters. That regional security forces will have to take the responsibility. This is what ENDF has been saying, by the way, for several months. That ENDF has done the work, it has stabilized the region. Now it's time for regional forces to take over. That is why Baltadase held meetings in Kambolcha, in Debre Birhan, in Bairdar, in Gondar. And this is what Damascus Tirone said. And police is very worried, by the way. Police command is very worried. They know they don't have the capability to confront Fano. But Damascus reiterated the military's position that police will have to take the responsibility. He said region should have only police forces. No special forces should be allowed to exist in Ethiopia. This week, an Amhara regional government official spoke. He said that TPLF is providing arms to Fano. So now Ethiopian government officials, Amhara government officials are publicly saying that what is happening in Wollo is not just Fano's work. It's joint attack by Fano and TPLF. Now, if the Ethiopian military is planning an attack on Fano, it means it will attack Fano's partner too. It won't just attack Fano because it, according to Tomas Gantarone, Amhara government officials, ENDF officers, Tigray fighters are supporting Fano fighters. It means if the Ethiopian military is going to start an operation, new operation against Fano, it won't be just against Fano. It will be a dual operation against Fano and TPL. This is what we have learned. The preparations are being made for a dual attack, not joint, a dual attack on Fano and TPLF by the Ethiopian National Defense Force. Regional forces will be involved, regional militias will be involved. Ethiopian military does not want to be extensively involved. Why? Why? Well, it makes sense. Ethiopian military wants to be deployed to borders in case of Eritrean military intervention or in case of ENDF's adventure into Eritrea. That is why ENDF says it's the time for Amhara police to take charge because ENDF wants to free itself from Amhara region and to deploy itself to the border. So, what does it mean? When will this dual attack be launched? And will Ethiopian military simultaneously open two fronts in Amhara against Fano and in Tigray against Tigray military? Well, I think I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but let me give you my analysis. I think that the Ethiopian military is going to launch first part of the attack on Fano. And that will, I think, happen this week. I am sure. It's not based on intelligence, but it's based on analysis. Though I received some information a few days ago before I reach up. But I think this week is crucial. This week, Ethiopian military launch an attack on Fano. Will there be a simultaneous attack on TPLF too? I am not clear about it, but preparations are being made. Maybe military will try to crush Fano in Wollo, and if Fano groups come under pressure and the military starts uh, uh, gaining ground in Wollo, then it might consider the start of phase two. And secondly, I think military will be monitoring the movement from Alamata to Wollo. So during ENDF's operation in North and South Wollo, if Tigray military intervenes, ENDF will be prepared to open a front in Tigray too. This is what we have learned. A question, viewers, is Fano prepared to counter ENDF's major military operation? People would say Sajid Fano has repelled so many military offensives. So there's nothing new about the ENDF's offensive if it happens. I think the Meccan Salam incident laid bare the internal split in Fano. It's still there. I was hoping that Fano's major gains in Wollo will unite all Fano groups. But they are so bitter. They are so opposed to each other that perhaps the interests of the Amhara people don't matter for them. What matters for them is their own political and their own influence in Fano, in the Amhara region. That is why these Fano fighters or Fano commanders are fighting each other. Thank you, Mihari, for buying the super chat sticker. Your contribution matters a lot. So, at a crucial time when Fano groups could have set aside the differences and marched, they are accusing each other. You saw what Colonel Fantahun said. You know what Daraj Bale is doing in Gondar. Skandar has said not a word so far about Vollofano's advances. Only Makatao appreciated Vollofano's performance. And Makatao and Mere Budajo, I think, worked in coordination in the past. So they have personal relationship to the two, Makatao and Budajo. Otherwise, differences between AFNF and AFPO are still huge. The incident in Makan Salam actually slowed down Fano's advance in North and South Wallo. Fano was on the offensive, it made a mistake, now it is on the defensive. But I think they have realized, Fano groups have realized that they need to engage Muslims. That pressure won't work, that just denial won't work. And now we're seeing videos showing Fano fighters going to mosques, addressing people, talking to Muslim elders, assuring them that Fano is not anti-Muslim. We have seen reports about Orthodox Church elders approached by Fano fighters. Fano asked them to contact their Muslim religious counterparts, and that is happening too. So now they were focused on attacking towns and cities. Now they're focused on how to reconcile with Muslims. That and Prosperity Party is trying to create a conflict between Muslims and Fano. That is why I say that the blunder in Makan Salam slowed down Fano's offensive in North and South Wallo. But from another angle, I think Fano have realized that Wallo is not Gondar. Wallo is not Gojam. In Gojam, in Gondar, Muslims are in small number. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. Correct me if I'm wrong. In both, in the two other zones, Gondar and Gojam, Muslims are not very strong. But in Wallo, things are different. Here, Oromos live too. And it's a very difficult, by the way, perhaps the most difficult territory for Fano is Wallo. Two reasons. Muslim population, and secondly, Oromo population. Here, Prosperity Party can play both ethnic and religious cards. These cards cannot be used by PP in Gondar or in Gojam. Wallo is a sensitive ground for Fano. They did not learn this lesson in the past. Now they have learned. They have realized that they need to engage people. If they don't engage people, I think Prosperity Party will use the two cards, Oromo card and Muslim card. What is happening in Oromia Special Zone? Do you know that their Ethiopian government is trying to organize Oromos? Oromia Special Zone, Amhara region. Oromia Special Zone, Amhara region is Oromo majority area. So their Prosperity Party is telling Oromos to organize themselves, to arm themselves. Fano fighters will have to be careful too when they expand their control along Kobo to Debre Birhan Road. They'll have to be careful. They'll have to take people on board, Muslims, Oromos. And if somehow they control Wollo, North Wollo and South Wollo, and parts of North Shore, Oromia Special Zone, I think that will be a major victory for them because PP won't be able to play the two cards, religious and ethnic cards against Fano fighters. So I think that a big challenge is coming for Fano fighters. Their internal splits are making them vulnerable, and their now we'll see. By the way, how far they get support from the allies. I mean, if ENDF just storms Wollo, North Wollo, and South Wollo, how much support will Tegarai give to Fano fighters? How much support will be given by Eritrea? And if neither TPLF nor Eritrea support Wollo Fano and Fano fighters start dying, what will they do? Will they continue being part of the allies? So a lot will happen, I think. So far, there is no large-scale religious conflict in Wollo. PP is trying to ignite this conflict. And ENDF is preparing for a dual offensive. Dual offensive on TPLF and Fano. Welcome, Guracha. Thank you for joining. Nigusi says no one wants religious war in Amhara. Yeah, no religious war anywhere in Ethiopia. That could be devastating, by the way. Wundi Frau Ayale joined. Welcome, Wundi Frau. Interesting says, Saj, do you think TPLF underestimates ENDF? Yes. To be honest, I think TPLF underestimates ENDF. I agree with that. Why? Because TPLF has been told by EDF that ENDF is a spent force. It is not professional. It does not have the fighting capability. It does not have morale. That is why Tigray can defeat ENDF. So Tigray will have to be careful. TPLF, Tigray military will have to be careful. Eritreans won't fight on front lines, by the way, unless Ethiopia invades Eritrea. If it's dual attack by ENDF on Fano and TPLF, Eritrean forces won't fight on front lines. They will provide support to TPLF, indirect support to Fano too. They won't fight on front lines. Who will suffer? Thank you, Samson Zerom, for buying the super chat sticker. Your contribution matters a lot. Who will fight on front lines? Tigray fighters, Fano fighters. By the way, Gita Choreda used a term for Tigray leaders. He called them useful idiots. I don't use this type of language, but he said that Eritrea wants to use Tigray leaders. So they should not uh, behave like useful idiots. EPL people will have to decide what do they want, how do they want to achieve their objectives. Important observation by Interesting says Tigray don't have the capacity to sustain war. The people there are tired. I agree. People are tired, but even without war, people are dying. I mean, youths are fleeing Tigray. Uh, no real resumption of economic activity. There is peace, but there is no development. There is frustration. In Tigray, there is poverty, there is frustration, there is hopeless situation. That is why people are not seeing any future in Tigray. Only the men in power have bright future in Tigray. People are suffering, and by the way, people don't make decisions in Tigray. Decisions are made by TPLF leaders and Tigray military channels. If they want to use military option, people will have to follow them. And then you will soon see a mantra by Tigray leaders repeated that genocide is being committed, that Tigrayans are in danger, and people follow their leaders out of their loyalty with their ethnic group. Raithro says, can't we say Gitacho is useful idiot for Abi? Yeah, I said that months ago. I said that Abi used Gitacho Rida. Gitacho shot himself in his foot. He tried to emulate Abi. He thought, like Abi, he can also go on as the president of Tigray, and that he won't hold election. He will divide TPLF. He will take over TPLF like Abi formed PP. He can form a new party, but he uh, allowed himself to be used by Abi. He tried to divide his party, TPLF. He failed. He was hoping Abi will intervene. Abi did not. He had to flee Tigray. So Gitacho, I think, made a waste of his long struggle. 2 year long armed struggle in Tigray was not easy. I think he just wasted that struggle by joining Abi's camp. He was a well respected politician in Ethiopia, in Tigray, even abroad too. But after he changed his loyalty, his stature as a politician, as someone who fought for an ideology, I think it has been hurt. Interesting says Sajid TPLF is divided. If war erupts, it will divide more. Well, sometimes uh, wars unite people. Wars unite even fractured nations, fractured countries. And let me tell you one thing, that if a war breaks out between Eritrea and Ethiopia, you will see Eritrean opposition groups which oppose Isaias Afwerki support Isaias Afwerki. Because when wars erupt, then people unite. They think their region is in danger, their ethnic group is in danger, their religion is in danger. So I think it creates unity too. Aman Washer John Aman is a member too. Special welcome, Aman. Aman says Abi tried to fool Tadase Varede too, but he was too smart and loyal to his party. Yes, you're right, Aman. Even Tadesse signed that document with Abiy, did not implement the document. Uh, and Varade is a very cool and calm guy. No one knows what he's up to. Shumit is writing a comment about what PP did in Motta and Gonda town in recent past. It was religious card there, it failed. Ethio North says if ENDF bombs the ports in Eritrea, they will be under siege. And what about Ethiopia? What about Eritrea cutting off Ethiopia Djibouti highway? With 30 views, 38 minutes have passed. I think we should end the live chat. Let's monitor the situation in Amhara and Tigray. Let's ensure uh, factual information sharing. This week is crucial, and the statements of Ethiopian government leaders indicate that they're going to start a major attack on Fano and TPLF this week. This week, I'm saying. Let's see what happens. Your late Samael. See you next time. Thank you for watching, viewers. Good to be with you. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.